Yes, indeed, Refilwe re aga setjhaba, and as we said, we are continuing with our topic that we started last week. Could GBV lead to, could conjugal rights lead to GBV? Yeah, Refilwe.
Yes, as we were discussing last week, yes, conjugal rights, and as I asked last week, that conjugal rights deals with married couples, but as we know that it's not only married couples who experience GBV, also people who are in relationships also experience GBV. People who are strangers to one another also experience GBV for some reasons better known to the society and the people who are perpetrating. Therefore, I would not close it up to conjugal rights, but I would say the right to sex. Because when you talk conjugal rights, then you mean married couples. So I would prefer that we deal with everyone, male and female, who experience GBV,
yes,
because of being violated sexually. So yes, when you are violated sexually, then it constitutes GBV.
Yeah, but in terms of the South African Constitution, if couple, doesn't matter the nature of the couple.
Yes.
But if that couple is not married, then the man in that relationship does not have conjugal rights at all.
Yes, hence I'm saying when you talk conjugal rights, then you mean people who are married.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Therefore, when you are not married, you don't have a right to conjugal rights because of the marriage part.
Yeah.
But we still have sex outside marriage, right?
Oh, okay.
Hence, I don't want us to close it up to conjugal rights, because when you talk conjugal rights, then we are only going to address the society which is married.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we're only going to talk today about people who are married.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't want us to close it up to conjugal rights.
Yes, yes.
Because then we will only be addressing people who are married.
Okay.
So I want us to open it up and talk about sex.
Yeah, yeah.
And sex in and out of marriage.
Yes.
Can we do that?
Yeah, yeah. No. Most certainly. Okay. But as we broaden it, there's I came across a very interesting study. This study was conducted in Namibia.
Okay.
And in terms of this study, it is said that some women believe that it is okay for a man to beat their wife for refusing to provide conjugal rights. Yeah, I don't know your comment on that.
It's funny, but I would say any form of violence is a criminal act. So if you beat me up for whatever reasons, for sex, for money, for whatever, then you are violating, you are committing a crime. Now, how I feel about it, it's something else.
Yeah.
But how the states look at it in terms of the law, then the state will open a case against you, even if this woman would say it's okay. So the state can take it up. If you beat me up and I die, or if you beat me up and I end up with a mental problem because you have beaten me up, what happens even if I've given you permission? Therefore, the state will take it up. And that will constitute a crime against the law. So this hence I laughed in the beginning after you've said the statement that some women allows it and they feel it's okay for that to happen. Now let us look at who enjoys to be beaten up. Is it normal? Is it okay for a person to enjoy being beaten up? I would say no.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the society and how we got brought up, if I'm seeing my father beating up my mother every day and my mother is okay with it, I somehow will learn this behavior, and I somehow would get married to a person, and if that person does not beat me up, I'll see him as an abnormal person because of the way I've been brought up.
Mm-hmm.
Or the way I've learned things to have happened.
Yeah.
Because even today, I can make an example.
Mm.
I've seen my mother and father love each other so much. They've
Yeah.
been together everywhere.
Yeah.
Now, if I get a partner who doesn't want to be with me everywhere, then that partner unrat.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a learned behavior. It does not make it right.
Yeah.
But because I've seen it happening and I've learned it as a normal behavior, then it's okay for me. It's the same thing as men who beat up their women
Mm-hmm.
and sees it as a form of discipline, not as a form of crime, and so on and so forth. But the man would say, "Nale wrong, I was just disciplining her."
Mm-hmm.
It does not mean I don't love her.
Yeah.
But the fact that you have beaten her up, it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It does not make it right.
Yeah.
Because this man has learned already, when somebody makes wrong, then somebody is disciplined or is punished. Then he used that type of behavior on me as a partner that he's supposed to love.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to, why don't you just sit her down and talk to her? Why can't we have this behavior change
Mm-hmm.
in relationships? Whether a father, mother, child, daughter, or partnerships,
Yes.
or couples. Why can't we change the behavior?
Yeah.
Why do we not want to normalize what is abnormal or what is wrong?
Yeah. Well, maybe if someone does not believe that indeed there is this survey, I just want to read it from the survey directly, and they say, according to Namibia Demographic and Health Survey, 28% of women aged between 15 and 49 felt that a husband is justified in hitting or beating a wife for burning the food.
Wow.
10% of women are arguing. 10% arguing with their husband. 10% of men
They believe that if you argue with
the husband,
he's
as the head of the family, then
he has a right
the man is justified
to beat you up.
Then 12% going out without telling the husband.
That's insane.
Then 13% neglecting the children.
And neglecting the children, that's according to his definition, by the way.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah. Then 20% refusing sex to the husband, justified to beat you up.
I'm laughing, but it's
to
not
discipline.
something to laugh about.
Then let's see where what does it say here? About the 8%, percentage of women aged between 15 and 19 who believe that a wife is refusing to have sexual intercourse with her husband if she then then these ones believe that at least 8% of these women believe that a wife is justified to refuse a woman's sex or conjugal rights if she believes that a man is having extra affairs or sleeping with other women outside. Then at least these women, 8% believe that, only 8% believe that
they are justified to say no.
Justified to say no.
Only 8%.
Only 8%
of the study.
Of according to the study.
Yes.
Yeah. So quite interesting here.
it's fine. You see, studies don't make it right. No? It's just a study.
Yeah,
for
but
me.
you see,
It's a research that was made.
It depicts the sickness of our society.
Yes.
The backwardness of our society, or of our societies, and in particular the rural, because this was conducted in Namibia, and it's fairly a rural. And
It's still a developing country.
Yeah,
if
still a
we
developing
put it that way.
country, and a rural area. And I would assume that if the same study was conducted in your deep northwest areas,
Or in
deep
KwaZulu-Natal,
Limpopo,
or something like
KwaZulu-Natal, Ndebe, what was this province?
Mpumalanga. Yeah.
Mpumalanga, you would likely
Get the same reaction.
Get same reaction.
Yes. I want to believe that we still have people in the rural areas, and even in semi-rural areas and urban areas, people with the same mentalities.
Yeah.
Like I said last week, that there's a say in Setswana gore nku go rekwa mosela. Bagolo ba na le gore lebitla la mosadi ke bogadi.
Yeah.
Those kind of things.
What does that mean?
You actually buy the sex.
Oh.
That's the simplest information I got about the say ya gore nku go rekwa mosela.
Yeah.
And I want to believe gore bontate gantsi ba re lebella go tswa ko morago, so it's not an unfounded thing.
Yeah.
But even the small kids, man, when hoka ba utlwella ga ba bua ka mosadi, people remark at the backside. So it's something that comes nka ka re go tswa galowe.
Yeah, the more visible the backside is there.
But Ntate Modise and the listeners, I want us to unpack this thing of, especially the study.
Yeah.
It's got some truth in it, but it does not make it right. That's what I'm saying. That if a woman believes that when I'm wrong, somebody must punish me, does not make the punishment right. It does not mean that somebody must beat me up just because I saw it happening and I think it's the right thing to do. Just to touch a little bit on corporal punishment.
Yes.
Ngwana ga sentse, we tend to spank a little bit.
Yeah.
But does it make it right according to the law? No. If you do that and you are caught doing it, you might end up in court, or you might end up being charged for abuse. Hence, I'm saying some of these things do happen. Some of these practices, we still practice them, but does it make it right?
Yeah.
No. I would say no. Yes, some people might say, Refilwe wa hafanare, because these things, and these things, dirahetse in the past.
Yeah.
My thinking and my belief is that if I'm wrong, let's sit down and talk. No pain.
Yeah.
Can we remove the pain and the struggling out of it? Because it brings in the element, the grudges in relationships. If every time when I'm wrong, I get punished, when do you get punished as a man? Who punishes you? If then let's take your element their sex. If now when I refuse, I must be punished. That would be my question. That who has the right to punish? And who has a right to sex? Anyway, because sex ke taba ya di-feelings ke taba ya hore ra batlana ke re if we break it down and go down to the level society hore re understand this thing. I have these feelings. I have this urge to want to make love to you or to want to have sex to someone. Do I have the right to his private parts just because I have the feelings?
Yeah, just on that note, say let's go to this couple, and whether it's the male or the female, feel that, hey, this is I'm
in the heat.
Yeah, I'm in the heat. Just smelled the smell of a rice, and all hell broke loose. The beautiful wife was just cooking rice there and just looking at this beautiful woman cooking rice, and all of a sudden
the smell of the rice makes it
the smell of the rice says no,
it's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah.
And contrary, the partner does not reciprocate or it does not give a reciprocal reaction, to the husband.
Yeah.
But and ultimately the woman just gives in. And the act happens. So what happens? What we call that? Is that was it forced, or is it? Does it also constitute part of the GBV, or that submission, that submissiveness? What do we attribute that to?
It's very tricky, and the sex part, their relationship is very sensitive. Hence, I said last week, a little push, a little persuasion, sometimes do happen, even from the woman's side of the story. Now, you see how you persuade and how you push a little bit depends on what you do. I almost sometimes do say it's what you say and how you do things that will lead to a certain reaction or a certain conclusion. Making me play the part, persuading me a little bit to spice up the heat, the rice. You put a little bit of paprika, you put a little bit of this and that, and then we play along, and then we end up agreeing. It's the consent at the end of the table that will tell you what this is. Because sometimes I'm thinking of the rice and hori itlo butswaneng so that ke khona ikhutsa. Wena you don't have stress of rice butswaneng, but whenever you are feeling the heat. Now I'm not feeling the heat, so make me feel the heat. It's a little bit of persuasion, it's a little bit of push to the right direction. But it's how you do it. Hence I'm saying let's take the pain out of the situation or out of the equation. You see, when you come and you touch the right way, you touch the right parts, and you make me get there, and I can now feel it, and now I can dance along. It's like a tango. If you take me by the hand, lead me to the floor, and direct me to the motion and the action, I end up dancing along. That's not rape. I don't see it as rape. But if you take me by the hand and I refuse, and you pull my hand and I feel the pain, then that's something else. And we need to know our partners. You need to know which button to press. I mean, come on, we've been together for a while now. Understand? Now, if you don't do that, you do it. There are men, that the Moody's and the listeners. I know of a say in Xhosa. I might not pronounce it very well, but they don't believe in ukfuthumeza imvubu. I don't know if I'm saying it the right way. But Xhosa men don't believe in the foreplay. They just believe in riding the horse, you know. Even the horse, when you get there, you brush it along, you know.
You talk to it.
And then you pet it a little bit, and then it knows, no, we're going into the field now. Now, even if when you're on the ride, you spank it a little bit, it knows that it must run. So now I've touched on one element, the spanking. We'll get into it later on. Even when now I'm talking about the horse, I'm not a horse. I don't think women are horses. The spanking part is something else. But the horse, when you spank it a little bit, it knows it must now push and run faster. Hence, the jockey will always use the stick for it to run. So we must know our partners. Even when you're a woman and you want it, you must know how do you approach your man. You must know what do you do for a man to play along. You know, your dance is far more different than the dance ya ntatako next door or the dance ya mangma. You know, but sometimes you need to learn new moves. But as you learn new moves, you come home and you want to teach me new moves, and I'm like, you know, those kind of things, and then wamumakaza. But if we have this nice relationship where we sit and talk, where we discuss things and we agree how we're going to do things, it shouldn't end up being GBV. It shouldn't end up being painful. It shouldn't end up with bad memories. But all that we want is for us to have good memories about the dance. Enjoy the dance even after it is done. You know, that makes you remember me even when you're at work and people see you smiling and they're like, not the medicine, and you're like, no, I get sharp.
You know, now this is the 1st of February. And as you know, the National Day
Valentine's Day.
of the main males conference. The main conference is coming, and I'm reminded of some of the resolutions that were tabled there last year. You remember that as the main we were disturbed by COVID, and it's only last year that the conference managed to sit virtually. Hopefully this year it will sit physically.
It's a men's only.
It's a men's only, but and I'm speaking on behalf of all the males that attended the conference. Those that are unemployed.
Yes.
In the households. And the outcry there is that you know, most of them are being told that where do you get the inkle, the idea that you deserve, you know, to be satisfied sexually, that you must be given the rights, you must enjoy these rights because you don't work. This is for those who are working. And that was the most outcry, and I know I will get a beating from my comrades for saying this, especially talking to you as the counterpart. But this is the outcry that you know, it would seem, especially with the advent of democracy, that the if you are not working, you don't have a rights to claim conjugal rights. Your response?
That's insane. That's crazy.
If you could be audible a little bit.
That's that's insane. That's crazy. That's out of line. Because I don't believe that money buys conjugal rights. I believe that we agree to meet in the first place. Then we agree to enjoy the sex, not because of money. Unless if we married for money, then money will play a role. And that tells you, if you're a man and then that is how things are in the house, then you must know that you have married that woman for money. Then when money is not there, then forget it. Then we put the marriage on hold until you get money.
You see, maybe let's put the context.
That would be my opinion.
Yeah, you see, let's put the context to it. The context is that on the table, the issue that we're discussing at the main conference was the issue of this brutal killing of families. You find that a man shot a wife, the kids, and later himself, or just shot the wife and himself. Shot the wife and the boyfriend. Then himself. And we say, but what have we become as society? This is not in our nature as an African male.
Yes.
How do we find ourselves here? Killing women, and women having the audacity of bringing boyfriends or toy boys closer to the home, exposing children to that kind of shenanigans. And that is how this outcry came about. That we see because of now that a man is not working, does not bring income into the household, it's being told that no, you don't have rights you don't have a claim
to the conjugal rights.
Yeah, to the conjugal rights. The better men out there who are working, and
they're the ones that have.
And that's how this thing of GBV also get exacerbated.
Okay, Tatamudi said, I would still say it's not right according to me. And I would still say, if I married you for money, then that say will be justified. And then you will know that this woman that I've married, she agreed because I have money. If I didn't have money, she would not have agreed. That would be the bottom line. But now let's go back to the context, as you put it, as to why men kill their wives, their kids, and the boyfriend. You see, extramarital affairs are there.
Yeah.
And I will still ask the question as I've asked the question. If I say no, I get punished. If you say no, you don't get punished. Men sleep around. Men have multiple relationships.
Well, it's not generic.
No. Under G.
I mean, it's not
under general. I can vouch for those who don't, but I'm putting it as a blanket.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I'm
putting it as a blanket because
the point I wanted to put across is that it's
not all men.
Yeah, it's not all men.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do agree.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
let's say for the sake of this topic, some men have multiple relationships. The wife, the woman, the partner, the girlfriend finds out, and the man says sorry.
Yeah.
It ends there. He's forgiven. He doesn't even want you to end the relationship because umukerile or caught him off right-handed. The minute you have an extra relationship, you get punished, you get killed. It's insane. It does not justify the action.
You mean the woman?
Yes. The man himself, he's not justified to kill me because I have a relationship.
Yes.
Because he himself, if he was to be caught with another woman, he would not want to be killed. Now, this thing, yadi killings, it is taken next to money by men most of the time. I cannot speak for women who said that, who said because our bereki, that's why honali beat. I can't speak for them because I don't want to believe that we get into relationships because of money, but it does happen. I don't know why, and I can't speak on behalf of that type of a relationship. I want to believe that we get into a relationship because we have this emotional connection and we want to be with each other.
Yes,
because
yes.
if we are together because of money, money will run short one day. Then we don't have a relationship anymore. Hence, last week when we were talking about sex,
Yes.
I said, if you are marrying me for sex, there's a lot of sex somewhere where you can just get there, have sex as much as you can and go home. So if sex is what you want from a relationship, then don't get into a relationship. Look for a place where you can get sex and have sex. And you don't have a relationship. But if you have a relationship, there's a lot going on there. There's emotions. There's a lot. There's care. There's taking care of each other. There's respecting one another. There's a lot going on in a relationship. So we should not get into relationships because of one thing, whether it's money or sex. So I would not say it's right for people to just get into a relationship because of money or because of sex. If you want money, go to the bank, get money. If you want money, go and work and get money. Don't get into a relationship because of money. Because that will spoil the relationship. And hence we are having so many problems about relationships that goes wrong.
Yes.
Because we get into relationships for all the wrong reasons. Then it makes the relationship wrong. Then the relationship goes wrong. So we should stop doing that. If you want money, okay, let's agree then that I would nna ke batla tšhelete. A teng mavuso mos for people ba ba batlang tšhelete. Then go to mavuso. Don't get into a relationship and spoil a good thing. So Lynn, I would say the same thing. If you want sex, go to Struben. There's a lot of sex there. Go and have sex and come back. Don't get into a relationship for wrong reasons. La re senyelletsa re never nyaka ngo ba le di relationship tse di right. Then o setso sentse tlhalwanya how then you get the person who wants to get into a genuine relationship, but o sentse tlhalwanya how no, this is for money. And you want to pump me with money, and I'm not there for money. Yes, I want money, but I'm not in a relationship for money.
Yes.
In fact, I don't sa rateng tšhelete ne. Okay. If anything, I'm sorry ka call. That's on a lighter note.
Okay, you spoke of the issue of when we're giving the analogy of a jockey riding the horse and a little bit of spanking. Is that when that happens? The spanking.
I don't understand the spanking, but I know people like it. I guess I'm having conversations with people. I know people like it. I know men says it gives them the edge. But the pain, Joe. No, it should not happen. But there are women who wants to be spanked. I don't understand. I can't associate pain with joy.
No pain, no gain, no joy.
No pain, no gain, hey?
No pain, no gain.
Wow.
Anyway, the issue that is very troublesome is with what is happening with our youth. In particularly in in schools that you'll find them, having, during break hours or after school, just an open sex, having a circle there and having it on.
It's wrong. It's public indecency in the first place. You get caught for that. You get charged for public indecency. So it's wrong in all manners of life. School kids must remain school kids. Must go to school, for books, for exams, for ball pens and pens, and not for sex.
Yeah.
Sex it's in the house. Sex is a private matter for that matter. So when you public indecency.
Yeah. But then how do we get down to their level?
Moral decay.
Yeah.
Is a problem. We grew up running away from our parents, even when nokam feli heta fela uli at a distance, but because rengwanyana li mushimani and some elder comes, you would go to the other side of the road and I would go to the other side of the road until mutho mogolo a feta. And we knew how to respect our elders that way.
Yeah.
Now bana ba rona, this thing the human rights, abused human rights, ke yona irang hore bana ba rona ba behave and ba misbehave, if I can put it that way, with authority, because I'm a parent. I'm not allowing kids to be too free, because it'll repel to contain the society when it comes to GBV, that the Moody's. One school kids, you find them, the eldest age Yahubako Skolong is 18.
Yeah.
Now, if we talk school kids, sometimes you'll find that there are 16-year-olds, 15, 14.
13. Yeah.
13, I mean, from 16 downwards.
Yeah.
That constitutes statutory rape.
But if is amongst themselves, does that applied? Is it still called the statutory rape?
Yes, it still is.
Because they're both minors.
Hence I'm saying, if you look at it, it will be a congestion of these ages.
Yeah.
Hence kitomile ka 18.
Yeah.
You find that you are an 18-year-old boy doing that to a 16-year-old because you're not thinking, you're not even checking who's in the circle. You find yourself being charged ka statutory rape. What then? So we must teach our kids to think beyond their actions.
Yeah.
We must teach our kids to respect themselves more than they respect. We must teach them to respect us more than they respect their peers. That way, they will know that there are certain things you don't do, especially in public, especially at school. That's a place that kids need to learn respect.
Yeah.
One of the things we must teach our kids is to respect the school premises, to respect that uniform. You know, every uniform needs to be respected.
Yes.
It does not just come, it identifies the school and it identifies you. So, do you want to be associated with the school? I should think it's a no.
Yeah.
And if your child do these things and is happy to do these things, especially in public, that says there's a mental problem. That says there's a mental problem. You know, you can't just do these things. What type of a parent are you going to grow up being? Or who do you want to say to your kids when anoli? Would you publicly go to your kids and talk to them? And why owner that? I mean, I don't think they would be that. And again, they must be wary of their actions as school kids, because what you do follows you.
Yeah.
We have cell phones that are taking pictures and videos all over the show.
Yes.
And we take your picture. We put it in the social media. And one day you want to be employed.
Yeah.
And your employer shows you Urwena. when you were a school kid, you were doing these things.
Mm-hmm.
That means you will do these things in the workplace.
Yeah, you will embarrass.
Yes. So
bring the company into disrepute.
Exactly. So we must rebuke these actions now. We must talk to our kids to respect themselves for the future, for now, and for their own benefit.
Yeah.
We should teach them.
Yeah.
I suppose we should.
Yes.
And rebuke them, with authority as parents.
Yeah. Well, Refilwe Sepeng, as usual, I think let's thank you for once again for a very informative and educative session on the GBV versus conjugal rights. And we trust that you, listener at home, you had quite a lot that you grasped from the program. And indeed, let's as parents in our own rights, let's start to make sure that kids begin to respect the home environment and take that respect to schools, to church, to the street, and replicate it all over our society. I saw a comment there. Someone was sent us a WhatsApp. Making a comment there that does that mean that women also sell their marriages and so on. On that note, let's thank you very much, and thank you very much for tuning in to GFM 107.0, and please don't change that dial for anything. And till we meet again tomorrow, God bless.